Welcome back to Let's Play Neverwinter Nights 2 Original Campaign. This is Big Los, and we are at Riverguard Keep, and we're going to go back to Arvahn. So, let's keep the same party, but unfortunately, we're getting into another one of those not-so-random encounters. Oh, goody. Yeah, the first two times that you head over to Arvahn, you get one of those not-so-random encounters, meaning they're not random at all. They are planned. So, what is this? Pixies? They want all my gold and my clothes?
I want your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Okay, so if you play along, they say, oh, we're just kidding. Here's a ring of invisibility. So, they're just playing around. Now, if you fight them,
I am listening.
you can actually get some other stuff, but I don't think you can get this ring of invincibility. Which, I kind of like, actually. And we didn't have to pay for it. See, now the captain gets an automatic sneak attack every time he attacks. Okay, so this is that map from that other episode with the other random encounter. And we're in another spot, and as you saw on the mini-map, the spot we spawned in before was right below. So let's head on over to Arvahn. Now, I've been having a lot of trouble recording this episode, so I'm going to have to make some cuts. So we're going to put the buffs on right now, and I'm going to save the game just so I don't have to do it all over again. But we'll see you back in a minute. Okay, we got all the buffs put on. I saved the game. And we're going to go confront Uthanck and his orc band. Now, the problems I've been having was kind of like that, where the game's been hanging up a little bit. I mean, it plays perfectly fine and smooth when I don't have the recording software going, but for some reason today, it's just not my day. Corpse Walker Clan attack! Hulk smash! Probably the best way to go about doing things is to take out spellcasters first. So we took out that guy who lost his rib, who gave us that rib. Now we just need to deal with the rest of these guys. Who cast that wall of fire? Was that Eleni? You know, maybe I should remove that. What, we got a druid orc over there who turned into a dire bear? Well, that was weird. Okay, will you stop running through the wall of fire? Why don't you all get over here and stop barbecuing yourselves? Jesus. And how is Reptar not getting damaged? Oh, it was an orc who cast the wall of fire. Okay. See, that's what I get for assuming it was Eleni. Okay, so we got a Ring of Clear Thought +3. It's pretty good. A light crossbow +3 and the Ancient Sermon. Now, the Ancient Sermon is like a +3 amulet that gives you a bunch of bonus cleric spells. And +3, I mean +3 to natural armor, not to wisdom.
Let me lead the way. You follow behind.
Oh yeah, I also gave the Harvest Cup to Chandra because she's got a lot of quick keys open, so I might as well just give her a healing item. And we'll heal up some of these other characters.
Yes.
And I gave Cora the Ring of Clear Thought +3. It's going to replace that Ring of Clear Thought +2 that she's wearing. Even though she has an even number on her intelligence, it won't boost up her modifier at all. Not until it reaches an even number.
I believe so.
Okay. So we get bonus cleric level 1, 2, and 3 spells in addition to that +3 natural armor bonus.
Yes.
So that'll replace that other amulet that Javi was wearing. That gave her immunity to death magic, so we'll... Oh, I forgot to give you level 8 spells? Well, silly me. Okay. So what are we gonna pick? I guess Mass Death Ward that gives you immunity to all death magic. That could come in handy if we come across some spellcasters with Finger of Death and such. Let's see, what else do we got here? So that's a protection type spell. We got an offensive spell, Firestorm. Yeah, I suppose we'll do that one. That's a large area of effect, like a kind of like a meteor storm, but not meteor storm because that's actually another spell. Okay, so now we gotta pick a level 5 spell. I guess we'll do that Wall of Dispelled Magic, even though it'll probably work against my party members running through it, since they like to run through stuff all the time. And then we'll do Mass Aid. That will be helpful in addition to the Captain's Scabbard of Blessing. And we'll do Prayer. It's just another buff. I guess Al's Wisdom to increase Javi's Wisdom. That'll increase her save DCs. And what's this? Night Shield? Okay, so it gives bonuses on saves and makes you immune to magic missile, kind of like shield, but no, we'll do Shield of Faith. That increases AC. Alright, so that should about do it, and
follow me.
I guess we'll see you over by Riverguard Keep. Okay, here we are, and I had missed this treasure bag.
Is a bit of a strain.
And this treasure bag contained a key item, the Master's Blade, and by chance I just saw it coming over here. Now I made a kind of a rough cut there because, like I said, I've been having like a lot of trouble with the recording software. For it, you know, it would be smooth for a few minutes, and then just all of a sudden it would start eating up all my CPU cycles. And I don't know why, it was unexplained. I would have to cut and restart the recording, and then it would be smooth again. I mean, it's just a mess. I don't know what's going on here. It's just not my day. Okay, so Ghellu. Yeah, you found out that Uthanck is slain. Well, guess what? I'm gonna slay you now because I don't need your 2,500 gold. I want your equipment.
By the shadows of Merdelaine.
We'll still get the 1,500 EXP.
Let us press the attack.
And we'll just have everyone start attacking. Let's do a Mordenkainen's sword. That's very useful. Kind of like that spell. And then we'll do a Finger of Death just to give us a chance for an instant death like we had for Quaggoth the Egg.
Let's get them.
So let's rumble, baby. Oh man, we got some goblin spellcasters. Now, if you go along with the bargain, you get the 2,500 XP, and then all these goblins throw themselves at that door until the spell wears off, so they all die, and then you can't get their equipment. So that's kind of bogus. And then you can't afterwards initiate combat with them, which is anti-D&D, I feel. There should always be the option to initiate combat with anybody, I feel. So let's get these treasures. We got the Nomad's Ring. That'll be good for Quora because it gives her some bonus sorcerer spells. It wouldn't be good for a wizard, so good thing I brought Quora with. Yeah. Gives bonus level 1 through
Yes.
4 sorcerer spells. So what are we gonna replace? I guess she really doesn't need an intelligence boost, does she? I guess not. I think she'll do better with extra spells. Because her save DCs are based on charisma. Okay, so we were having that problem again that I was describing, so I had to make another rough cut. And then I had to start recording again, so don't be surprised if it happens again. It's not been my day. I don't know what's going on here. Like, it'll record just fine, and then all of a sudden it starts going really slow, and then I have to stop the recording, and then I start it again, and then everything's fine after that. I just don't understand what's going on here. Maybe I should do a reset on the computer. Maybe that will help.
I cannot. Yes.
You're kidding me. You can't handle one light crossbow because I gave you that full plate that it doesn't even show on your avatar.
What do you want?
Good job, game. You know, every other party member, when you equip them with armor, it appears on their body. Great, we're having that problem again. Ugh. Alright. Let's do another cut. Okay, so it's not doing it quite as bad as before, but we're going to attempt to open the door now, and since we have the scepter, the Master Scepter, the Master's Shield, and the Master's Sword, we are allowed to enter.
In ancient times, the Guardian was created to protect Illefarn. If the time has come to dismantle our great instrument, you will be an agent of its destruction. Take this blessing of protection. May it guard you against the forces of darkness.
Oh, you're doing the Decker from Star Trek Motion Picture again.
The second part of the ritual is complete. Each part of the ritual prepares you for what is to come. Our enemy wears many forms, but all of them are darkness.
Is there an echo in here?
Know that when you surround yourself with the power this ritual bestows, you can protect yourself from his reach. Keep this shield close in the dark places in which we walk.
Okay, so we got another ritual. We got Shining Shield. It protects from negative energy and cold energy, so I guess I'll remove this Wand of Fear and place it on the quick key bar at the bottom. So if you go to your feats, these purple ones are these purification feats that you get. And it looks like you can only do it once per resting cycle. I'm not going to call it once per day because you do a resting cycle, it's like 5 seconds, but you have to find a safe place to rest. Oh great, it's getting all choppy again. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to pause and go back and check something. Oh, great. Okay, I think it's better now. So we got a couple goblins over here. Let's just take care of them. Maybe we could get an item or some gold or something. No, we can't get anything? Well, that's a rip-off. We just got, what, 4 XP? You know, there were some goblins in there, but I guess they came out to fight. Well, I suppose that's it for that. Riverguard Keep completed. Okay, so let's just make our way to the top floor. And then we'll go to the gem mines, also in Arvahn, where we can maybe find another statue and do this purification ritual. Now, we don't need the Master Scepter, the Master Sword, or the Master's Shield anymore, so I guess we'll just place it in front of the sarcophagus, because you can't actually place them inside the sarcophagus where they were stolen from by Ghellu and company. And it'll reduce our weight a little bit. I mean, I suppose we could take it with us, but I don't even think you could sell them for anything. So what's the point? Alright, so let's go on over to the... Oh, no, not again. Okay, well, I'm going to have to pause it and go out and try to fix it again, and then I guess I'll just meet you in front of the gem mines. Alright, here we are. So let's try to enter these mines without the game crapping out on me again. Alright, here we go. Looks like there's a guy here.
The dust upon the floor stirs beneath your feet. What brings one of flesh and blood to this empire of spirits?
Just doing a little sightseeing, that's all.
Has the Guardian returned, then? I heard the whispers, but I did not believe. His echoes are strong in this place, and the tides of spirits ebb and flow, signifying little.
Oh, really? Tell me what you know.
Perhaps I do. Ages pass and names change. I have existed longer as a spirit than as a breathing, blooded elf, and I know little of the world beyond my books. The Guardian was once a man, a hero of Illefarn in days long gone. He saw more clearly than most. He saw the threats that might destroy all we had built, and he sacrificed everything that our empire might live. A creature of magic he became, and an extension of the very weave. Our enemies, the men of Netheril, feared to face him, so they turned their eyes to weaker prey. By the Guardian's sacrifice, Illefarn was saved.
So is the weave like a Higgs field?
We thought the weave eternal, an endless font of life from which the Guardian might draw. In this, we were wrong. The weave failed, and the Guardian faced a choice. Allow himself to die and leave Illefarn undefended, or draw his life from another source. For the sake of his people, the Guardian turned to the weave's dark twin, and thus he became a creature of shadow.
So, what do you mean, the dark twin?
The Shadow Weave, a source of magic that was forbidden to us as mages of Illefarn. I knew little of it in life, and I know little more in death.
The shadow weave is the black undercurrent beneath the natural fabric of the weave, which can serve as a well from which mages and the supernatural draw strength. But such strength is only temporary, and its corruption is not.
So is it like dark energy?
I am merely a historian, and my judgments are of little consequence. Speak to others who knew him if you wish to answer that question for yourself. Their spirits linger here still.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to destroy him, buddy.
So our leaders also believed. They devised the ritual of purification that we might weaken the Guardian. The words are recorded upon 5 statues. One such statue is here. The statue lies within the stone communion tree, a blending of arboreal and terrestrial. It symbolized the union of Illefarn's dwarven and elven peoples. Opening the tree requires similar unity. 3 elves and 3 dwarves of Illefarn spaced equally around its trunk. Without these 6, the tree will remain closed to you.
Sounds unnecessarily complicated.
The spirits of Illefarn dwell here. Elves and dwarves who were bound closely to the Guardian and the man he was in life. His memory hangs heavy on their souls. If you gather these spirits to you, then the tree shall open to reveal what it cradles within.
Which would be, what, a statue? Purification?
No, I am not like them. They are bound here against their wills, but I have chosen to guard these scrolls.
How can you guard them if you're a ghost?
It is not so simple. Just as the Guardian has fallen into shadow, so have those who were tied to him. Their torment has spawned a legion of foul undead, manifestations of their pain and sorrow. Destroy these undead, and I believe their spirits would reappear, for a time at least.
Oh, good thing I got a cleric with me then, huh?
Yes, but there is more. More that is my doing, I'm afraid. If you intend to bring spirits to the communion tree, you must undo the wards on the walls of these ruins. The ghost lights, which keep the spirits at bay.
Yeah, you care to elaborate? Ghost lights?
They are the wards designed to shelter and trap the spirits within these ruins so they cannot spread their taint beyond this place. To your eyes, the ghost lights glow with a blue light, but to the spirits of my people, the glow is like that of the sun, a searing light that they cannot approach. As long as the ghost lights burn, the spirits cannot reach the tree.
Oh, okay.
The touch of the living is enough. When they are touched by one that lives, they will go out. And once they are extinguished, the spirits may pass.
So we use these lights to herd them. Got it.
My knowledge is yours.
Okay.
The memories of our empire are painful ones. Even to speak of it now is difficult. At times I wonder if perhaps my memories of Illefarn are a dream. But always, the books here center my thoughts and remind me of the truth of what once was. I know not the name of the lands that surround us now, but once, long ago, it was a unified empire. Lands that welcomed humans and dwarves within its borders.
Oh.
Together, these people achieved a strength seldom seen in those times. But as all empires have a beginning, the end must come as well. Perhaps we erred in seeking to prevent that end. But it is difficult to simply let something one loves die without fighting to protect it.
Oh, so you mortgaged the future, huh?
We had enemies, as all empires do. The orc tribes of the north plagued our borders. But our greatest enemies were the humans of Netheril, who took the magics that we had shared with them and built an empire of their own. But their empire grew so swiftly and wild. The people of Illefarn had grown slowly and carefully, like a garden, but the humans of Netheril had little patience for such things. As they tasted power, they hungered for more.
Ah, like any good humans, huh?
We meant no harm in sharing our knowledge. We had assumed that it would be used as we used it, carefully, responsibly. The Netherese were like children, playing with the land and the skies as if they were toys for their amusement. The art is not meant for such things, and terrible are the consequences of abusing such power. But the fall of our empire came not from them. The darkness that came upon us had another source.
Oh, kind of like Skynet, huh?
Yes. When the Guardian turned to the Shadow Weave, our empire crumbled. Our trees withered, their lives drained to feed his. Our people simply waned. Dwarves set down their tools and stared numbly as their forges went cold. Elves lay down in their forests, motionless for days and weeks as the wild things grew and smothered them. A few of us fled to the outer reaches of Illefarn, where the Guardian's shadow was still weak. There we plotted to end him.
That sounds like that movie Serenity.
Understand this. The Guardian was an embodiment of the Weave with a singular purpose. That purpose was to preserve Illefarn and to destroy its enemies should they attack.
Oh. Well?
A ritual was devised to create the Guardian. It was meant to obliterate the man he was, leaving only his resolve to defend our nation. This was his sacrifice. Whether anything remained of the man I knew, I cannot say.
Kind of like RoboCop, huh?
At the time, we did not know. Even now, I have only scraps of truth, gleaned from hapless visitors to this place in the early years of my undeath. As far as I know, the fault lies with the Netherese mage, Carsus. He tried to take control of the Weave to become the new god of magic. This was madness, and he failed, of course. But in failing, he slew the goddess of magic. She was reborn moments later, but in that instant, all magic failed. That was the end for Netherill's floating cities, and it should have been the end for our Guardian as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and in so doing he doomed that which he sought to protect.
I want to know more.
3 times we tried to end him, and only on the 3rd attempt did we partially succeed.
Okay, what do you mean partially?
Yes, we walled him up within the plane of shadows. Or rather, others did. By that time I was dead, and I have no memories of how that victory was won.
Okay, well, wait a minute, I wanted to know the other things.
At the time, we did not know.
I guess we're gonna have to go through all
But in
this.
failing, he slew the goddess of magic. She
Okay.
was reborn moments later, but in that instant, 3 times we tried to end him.
What 3 times?
And only we turned first to the Silken Sisters, 6 spells words of tremendous power. Even the Netheril feared them, and we thought that they must prevail against the Guardian. Their fate was too terrible for words. Suffice to say that they failed.
Oh, really?
Then did the priest Ananias devise the ritual of purification by which we might weaken the Guardian. A great gathering of wizards and priests assembled to confront the Guardian. I was but a minor power in that host, but I remember those last hours well. We spoke the ritual, and it functioned as Ananias had hoped.
But what happened?
No, we were not entirely united in purpose.
Okay, and the 3rd time?
Regrettably, that victory is not recorded in these scrolls, nor was I a witness. At least one such witness still walks these halls, I believe. You might ask him, if you can ease his torment for a time.
Okay, that should prove interesting, and we'll find out in the next episode. This is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and tenga un buen día.